Hey kids, it's Lisa here, and hello. I've got a very special unboxing today, and the unboxing is of what's known as the Linweave Tarot. This was a promotional deck that was produced by a very groovy paper company, a manufacturer of paper, in 1967. The Linweave Paper Company wanted to promote their paper products, and the idea that they hit on, this is a time like, summer of love, the tarot renaissance is starting, and the idea that they hit upon was to commission a deck of tarot cards. Now what you're looking at here is the Aquarian Tarot, by the way, and this is a probably a 1980s US Games reprint of the original Morgan & Morgan deck. This has the scalloped fish scale backing, and the paper is quite laminated, and it's got, if you can see, it's got the US Games copyright. But the Aquarian Tarot, which was made by David Pallidini in 1970, Pallidini was one of the young 20-something artists. There were 4 of them who were commissioned to do this deck. And I'm just looking up the other 3 artists: Ron Ray, Hyroth, Nicholas Sid Jakoff, and then David Mario Pallidini. So this is right at the moment of, kind of a yellow submarine, psychedelic, groovy time. And the artwork that we see in the Linweave Tarot, this deck that wasn't a complete deck, it was just 42 cards, it's the major arcana plus the aces and the court cards. The artwork that we see is the same artwork that kind of becomes one of the crucial components of the tarot renaissance when in 1970 David Pallidini creates his Aquarian Tarot. So this is one of my Aquarian Tarot decks, and this is a pouch that I had made. The image on this pouch is actually the Empress from the Pallidini Tarot. The Empress was one of the cards that David Pallidini created. So I have been coveting a Linweave Tarot for a long time. They are quite spendy. They aren't that common to emerge on eBay, but they come up probably, once a month or so, maybe a few times a year for sure. And they're usually, they're usually started around $100. This deck was not $100. Now, it's not in perfect condition, although hats off to the eBayer who packaged it for me, because it is just boxed so carefully. I mean, look at the size of this box. This is, this is like a ginormous box, and then wrapped in bubble wrap and tissue paper for this deck, which, according to the eBay seller, his mom purchased it actually in 1967, and it's been in the family ever since. She purchased it kind of as a collector item. As a novelty item, right? I'm just going to cut this. Okay. I have never seen this in person, so I'm already kind of thinking this is much, much bigger than I thought it was. This is big. Oh my God. Here it is, gang. The Linweave Tarot. So just how big is that? Okay, it is ginormous. So, I'm looking for something to compare it to. This is the size of a book. This is absolutely the size of a book. And you can see Linweave spells your fortune. I don't know what that is. There's something on the box. With a modern interpretation of the medieval tarot pack presented on the most exciting creative papers in America. Open. Long famous among the top designers and specifiers in the graphic arts, Linweave creative papers have undergone a complete rebirth in the hands of Brown Company, new manufacturers or purveyors of the Linweave line. This Linweave renaissance is for you. More than any other paper maker ever has, we have tried to put ourselves in your shoes to view creative papers with your eyes and to read into them your expectations rather than our own. We believe that we have been successful in providing the colors, the weights, the textures you need for that extra something that distinguishes the outstanding job for the ho-hum production. We are for you truly exciting colors. It was Linweave that first made the breakthrough from the standard old hat pastels to the new earthy, vibrant tones. So they're saying that they are the ones who have given us the colors of Haight-Ashbury, right? And just look at that imagery of the wheel. I mean, it really is Yellow Submarine, 1960s. The range and appeal of the Linweave colors, including the new complementaries in text and cover papers, offer you practically limitless freedom in making subtle combinations. In short, maximum flexibility and creative freedom with a minimum number of elements. Add to this the extraordinary flexibility and budget offered by Linweave's big selection of expensive text, and you'll see why we say with confidence, Linweave spells your fortune. Right? So that's the ideas. If we make tarot cards, we are articulating the truth of Linweave. Let me see. Okay, so this first, they're not in order clearly. The Chevalier de Coupe, and you can see these are just paper, right? So the Chevalier de Coupe, each card says who the artist is, so High Roth, and gives a divinatory meaning, and then tells about the actual paper, right? And the color. So demonstrating those groovy, earthy tones, right? L'amoureux. So this is another, no, this is Ron Ray. And I won't show all the divinatory meanings, but just give you a sense of the cards. These are really in great shape. The Valet de Denier. This is another Ron Ray. Oh, I think we're into the first David Pallidini. So this is the Emperor. Wow. And, you know, this is a different, the card stock really does feel different. This one's thinner. This one's a little thicker. Oh, look at that. The King of Cups, another High Roth. Ooh, just these colors, you know, the purples and blues. So this is, you know, it's so mod, right? And this is, the artist here is the first of the Sijakovs. And am I right in thinking that Ron Ray was involved in Yellow Submarine, or is it just an imitation of that style? Oh, so this is, it's a Jupiter Juno deck. So this is Juno, and this is a High Roth. The Knave of Cups, another High Roth. Really kind of sort of taking the images down to their, you know, sort of breaking the deck down to key parts of the tower, just the crown falling off, the lightning bolt, and just one figure. And this is another Nicholas Sijakovs. I love this Stinger Green. Oh, this is a really different paper. So this paper feels sort of smooth. And, oops, that one's upside down. So this is lithographed on Linweave Velvet Sheen. Ron Ray card. A Nicholas Sijakov. Oh, look at that. So that's the Fool. With a very court jester feel. Yeah, it's a Pallidini. Wow, that one's beautiful. Oh, wow. Sijakov. And look at this world. Another Sijakov. This is Pallidini through and through. The King of Swords. Wow. So, you know, you've got these people who probably not so deeply knowledgeable about the tarot, maybe. High Roth. So it's a Jupiter Juno deck, so that would be the Emperor. Although I think I think there's an Empress card in here, so because I believe that this is the Empress. Okay, we'll see when we get there. Okay, this has a little blemish on it, but this, you know, clearly this this deck was just, I mean, you're not going to read with a deck like this, but clearly this was Ron Ray. Just kept in such beautiful condition by the sellers, the eBay sellers. This is another Pallidini. So, the Knight of Pentacles. You know, clearly, oh, this is Pallidini. The Devil. Look at that Devil. Huh. Oops. Huh. Divinatory meaning. Sorry, I'm taking it out of frame. Divinatory meaning. Disease, violence, rape, fury, brute force, predestined but not necessarily evil events. The Devil's personal stationery is not printed on Linweave paper, but lots of other people's is. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, not necessarily knowing that much about the tarot, but creating these cards nonetheless. This is High Raw. The Bateleur, the Magician, another Sajakov. This is the Queen of Cups. High Roth. Looks like another Sajakov. Yeah. Ooh, the Hanged Man. Oh, that is beautiful. Is that a Pallidini? Yeah, so the Pallidini, I mean, just sort of stands out, the level of detail and depth that he's already, I mean, he's really, I can't remember how old he is when he made when he participated in this deck, but I'm thinking he was in his early or mid-20s. That's got to be Pallidini. Ace of Swords. This looks like another High Roth. Oh, Sajakov. Sajakov. Ooh, look at this death. Pallidini? No, Sajakov. Okay. The Card of Endings. Look at that. Wow. Strength. So this is like in that, you know, Visconti Sforza tradition of strength as Hercules and the lion. High Roth. Very traditional Judgment, but kind of groovy. I mean, you can sort of see it's like, is this Judgment Day or is it a be-in? You decide. High Roth. King of Discs, Ron Ray. Oh, vintage Pallidini here. Look at that. You can sort of see, you know, when we think about, you know, some of his profiles. I'm trying to think of, you know, where his profiles will go, you know, in this deck. I mean, he's a man who loves his profiles. Doesn't always give us, you know, even the kind of, oh, look at the, I mean, his Four of Cups, you know, it's just that kind of stateliness. You know, or the Hermit. Prudence. So this is, I was talking about this when I was doing the Hermit in my 78 days hashtag. This is one of those divinatory traditions that thinks about the Hermit as prudence, caution, care. This is a card of attainment for those who seek the heights, but watch out for treason, double dealing, and corruption along the way. So no inner light, no monastic. Queen of Cups, I mean of Discs, Ron Ray. The Star. Wow. High Roth. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. So it's funny because the symbol on the top of the box, I mean, this is very much a Wheel of Fortune, right? But this is the actual, with the kind of literal kind of roulette spinning wheel here. Another Pallidini. The Sun. Ron Ray. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it is, so there's Juno and Jupiter, but there is an empress. So that is funny. That is really funny. Where was that Juno? Looking for the Juno card. I'll have to look into that because, you know, Juno and Jupiter are usually the stand-ins. Or am I getting it confused? Am I thinking of the High Priestess? No? Oh, beautiful. Queen of Swords. The Tarot Pack. It's mystery and imagination. And here you have the Marseille tradition in this text. One of the earliest graphic representations of a card game is a 15th century fresco in Milan's Borromeo Palace. The players in the painting are holding hands made up of tarot cards. The game bears a strong resemblance to Pinochle. Linweave. And here's the Linweave 9-card oracle. So a spread. Lay out all 42 cards. Face up on a large flat surface. Interesting. There are many traditional ways to tell fortunes with tarot cards. Okay, I'm not going to read through all of this text. And if folks are interested, you can, you know, ask me in your comments below, and I can either do another video or post these. Oops, sorry about that, hitting my setup here. But there you go, guys. The Linweave Tarot. The emergence of David Pallidini. Look at this. I mean, this is just freaking gorgeous. Wow. All right. Thanks all for watching.